Abba and Preach had finally give their perspective on the controversy surrounding Destiny. Now the question is, did they actually give him a fair shake, or was it a bias due to their friendship? Hmm?
What are you doing, bro?
We were on vacation, so I didn't really give a f. And also, I'm not American, so not my country, not my problem. Destiny made some comments, essentially laughing, didn't really care. If I could summarize everything in a very gleeful tone, he was saying, fuck around and find out, which I hope is a pretty fair summation of what he was essentially trying to say. He says, if you're somebody who engages in violent rhetoric, as Trump does according to him, and if you're one of his supporters who supports somebody who's an insurrectionist who wanted to overthrow the government, suspend the Constitution, yada, 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 I don't really care if bad things happen to you because you're the kind of person who encourages people to violence. That was a stake, and he's like, I don't care. And he said so by making jokes, and a lot of people had a problem with it. They felt it was insensitive, it was disgusting, etc., etc. Is that a fair summation? Yeah. All right. I saw some people saying he endorses assassination attempts, or he's saying people should. It's not what he said. From everything I've seen, and I'll probably post the clips of him talking about it. He hasn't said that.
Get the dude, the firefighter guy, Trump, the people that support him. I just want you to know, okay? Just in case you're confused or it seems like I'm, you don't, whatever. If one of you were in the crowd and you're a conservative fan of mine and you end up, getting blown away or whatever the fuck, I'm making fun of you the next day on Twitter. I am 100%.
So Abba and Preach are friends with Destiny. Mostly Abba is more friends with Destiny. I don't know about Preach, their relationship. So now, when they actually address the situation and stuff like that, right? And I was wondering, like, would they actually be fair? Would they stand on business as they usually do? I don't think they did.
I don't give a. First off, fuck you, and fuck anybody who think I got a problem with saying this shit. I ain't afraid of saying none of this stuff. And I think a lot of you in the fan base have gotten very comfortable because you've seen that for a long time. We've covered trans women in sports or all this other stuff. So you think like we perfectly align with some of you on the far right where you guys are like, I don't believe in none of this. I'm not with you. I have no problem saying that. And if me saying that bothers you, you need to take a hike, okay? Just because I made fun of fucking dweeby liberals who go and want to have safe spaces and do all this corny shit, it does not mean I'm some right-winger who thinks all libs are bad, okay? That's you. Now, we don't align there. If you can handle that, stick around. If you can't, that's none of my business. But don't ever think that I'm afraid to espouse what I'm thinking just to keep you around. I don't care. I'm going to say my thoughts whether you leave or not, whether we go down 1 million subs or not. I don't care. And as far as what Destiny goes, I'm not bothered by it at all. Why? Because the way he talks is normal for American political landscape. Okay?
See, their approach on this whole controversy was more like, I don't care enough to address about American politics, which is fair point because, they're Canadians. So therefore, they don't really have any stake in what's going on in U.S. politics. And then the second approach they try to do is more like, well, both sides did it. So it becomes more of a whataboutism type of thing. So if the other side can talk smack and then one side can talk smack.
I have seen it degenerate over the last 10 years, especially since Trump joined, where people say all kinds of stuff, including Trump himself. I've watched Trump say he wanted to punch protesters in the face.
And he's walking out, and we're not allowed, the guards are very gentle with him. He's walking out like big high fives, smiling, laughing. Like to punch him in the face, I'll tell you. Stand up to crazy Nancy Pelosi, who ruined San Francisco. How's her husband doing, by the way? Anybody know?
And we'll talk to you about that later.
Yeah, but there's not going to be time. I'm just curious.
Okay, speak with Shane, please.
But
Sick and tired of you guys. The last guy that came here, you did the same thing. Get the hell out of here. Get the hell out of here. The last guy did the same thing. You were the Guardian?
yes, and you just broke my glasses.
The last guy did the same damn thing.
You just body slammed me and broke my glasses.
Destiny and others have essentially said is being a hypocrite in this situation, tweeting out a screenshot of Ruben memeing about hammer time after what happened to Paul Pelosi. Also linking to when Ruben wrote, here's hoping that AOC, Rashida, and Ilhan join Aaron Bushnell in his brave protest, who, if you don't remember, is the service member who lit himself on fire to protest what was happening in Gaza.
I've seen all kinds of politicians from Dan Crenshaw talking about punching Antifa people in the face and talking about violence all the time. It has become normalized in a first world country like America to engage in politics like a third world country. That's how y'all talk about violence and shit in your country. And it's not just Dems. I've seen Republicans do it. And so, do I really care that someone else made a fuck around? I don't care.
I kind of noticed on the Abba and Preach assessment of this subject matter is that in the past, he's a lot more thorough. He's a lot more focused. And then if he's talking about one particular subject, he stick to that particular subject. He doesn't really pivot and actually play the whole whataboutism game. But I guess with Destiny, it's kind of different because it's hard to be highly critical of your friends and try to kind of play it down or be dismissive of some of the things that he said because someone else said something just as horrible as he did, so then therefore it's okay to downplay what he said. Perfect example. If he was actually being as thorough as he usually are when it comes to other people or other subject matter, he would definitely find the clips when Destiny was actually talking about how he would love to see genocide against conservative.
I'm ready for the great cleansing, dude.
Cleansing?
The cleansing.
What cleansing?
When we genocide conservatives in this country.
Are you gonna be out in the streets with your Glock?
Maybe. I gotta go back to Nebraska.
Or the clip when he was talking about like how much he have a hard on if he sees somebody like a political opponent that somebody he doesn't like to be hung with his eyes popping out of his eye socket or something like that.
Imagine watching Nunes' eyes pop out of his fucking head when they fucking hang him on TV. Nothing would make me happier. Oh my god, I would fucking jerk off. So I would never need to browse porn again if I had a live video feed of Nunes being killed for crimes against his fucking country. Oh my god, it would be the most arousing fucking thing I could ever imagine seeing in my entire life. Holy shit. I'm squeezing my hog to this. That worthless subhuman fucking piece of shit deserves to die for fucking treason. Holy fuck.
This is not a video to actually like, get at Abba and preach and stuff like that, because these two YouTubers, I have very high respect for them. I think they are very fair in their assessment and their criticism, and they're pretty wise in the way they actually talk about certain topic. However, when you are too close to the source, right, it's very difficult to admit that your friend is actually that unhinged person that you sometimes be making fun of. I really like their perspective because to me, I feel like these two guys have integrity. Obviously, I'm not going to agree with everything that they say, but at the same time, I really respect them. I look at them at very high regard. But with that being said, when I disagree with someone, I also have to say it why I disagree with them and actually give my perspective on the matter. And I try to be as reasonable as I can and try not to be an asshole, basically.
This is your playground. This is the sandbox that y'all created. You want to condemn all this behavior, you guys go ahead. But as an outsider, I'm just seeing more of the same.
The thing that happened is that you go on platforms and you call people from the left snowflakes because they're acting a certain way. Yep. Now look at you, you're doing the same thing. Yeah. You guys are doing the same thing. Yeah. Like a snowflake is not someone on the left. A snowflake is just someone that just can't handle being talked about.
Yep.
That's a snowflake. And you could be people on the right, y'all can be snowflakes too.
Yep.
Because the way you're like, I can't believe that's what they doing over there.
Absolutely.
And then you do that over there too. You're the same people. You have the same MO, the same modus operandi, and you have the same way of working as them. You just have different ways of thinking. But it's the same.
Now, I do agree with Preach when he talk about like, snowflakes, when the comment about the snowflake thing, because both side of the aisle advocate for stupid stuff. They both advocate for like, sometimes violence, or they make fun of somebody who got hurt in the process. Let's say, when Antifa was burning down half the country, and whenever they get their comeuppance or their karma, you have conservative cheering for the fact that, hey, somebody got dealt with while they were doing something stupid. Same thing with people that actually barged into the Capitol, right? People on the left were just being gleeful about the fact that these folks got locked up for for a very long time and stuff like that. So both sides can actually cry foul, and both sides can actually be quite nasty or venomous towards each other, right? But however, I don't believe that your take was based on political leaning, because even though whatever your leaning stands for, right? I'm talking about you, Abba and Preach. Wherever your leaning stands for, I don't think that's where your bias was actually coming from. Your bias came from the fact that Destiny is your friend. And because he's your friend, then you had to actually get that angle of the whataboutism instead of actually calling him out on all the other shit that he has been saying that has been way worse than the little clip that you actually shown.
Wait, how many times during the BLM protests were people talking about mowing them down or running them over, doing all kinds of violence? That was normal.
That was normal.
That's you guys talking about your fellow citizens and talking about how you guys want violence against them. And that was normal in the right circles. So don't sit here now.
They were being hypocrite on how they actually addressed this whole Destiny situation. Because when they were actually, let's say, getting on Elon Musk's case about the fact that he demonetized Destiny because of what Destiny had said,
That's Elon Musk pathetic. All talking about, I want to run a free speech platform. You're platforming everything under the sun, from to doesn't matter who it is, okay? You can even have the Ayatollah. He's up there, okay? They can spew whatever they want, anti-gay, anti-black, whatever. Destiny makes that joke, and then you want a pearl clutch? Bro, get him out of here. Get him out of here.
But Abba, this was you a couple months ago. Remember that clip?
That want to censor us and demonetize us and deplatform us and cancel us for having a different viewpoint.
It's not censorship. If someone says, I don't want to pay you, they didn't even delete these guys' channel. They said, based off how you're acting, we don't want to run ads on you because it looks poor on the products that we sell.
And we don't want us to give you.
So why should I pay you when it's going to hurt my business? So they said, you want to keep your content on here, you can keep it on here, but we're no longer prioritize you because you hurt our business. And then people are talking about free speech, free speech. What business has a duty to give you money when you hurt their business?
See how easier it is to have a logical perspective when the person you're criticizing, you're not emotionally invested in them?
This is the biggest amount of pearl clutching I ever seen from most of these people, and the hypocrisy is crazy.
Now, issue when YouTube took action against Fresh and Fit because of they were being idiots. But now, Elon did the same thing, and you're like, oh, you know, you also doing some pearl clutching here, my friend.
Controversial creators who are a brand risk and generally push away advertisers. People want to flock to YouTube and make a career here because there's so much advertiser money, but at the same time, they want to make content that pushes that kind of advertiser away. You got to understand the business strategy. If you want to say you're not okay with what Destiny said, I got a problem with that.
You're fine to say.
You can say it's bad behavior because at the end of the day, it's bad from everybody. Destiny's just engaging more with the bad. But do I actually care that all the people, all the pigs playing in the mud look like pigs? No. And I know this video is going to be unpopular with a lot of you. I also don't care. Don't ever think that I'm afraid to say what I'm going to say because it makes some of y'all upset or makes it. I don't give a shit. Is he my friend? Sure. Am I biased because of it? Probably. But honestly, when I sit back and think about it, and even when I talk about it with my people, none of them really disagree that heavily. So,
we can all agree that both sides need to chill the fuck out, right? So, as content creators, we have responsibilities. We can either continue to put more fuel to the fire, or we could actually take a step back and de-escalate the situation. And especially the more people that you actually have on your platform, the more of an audience that you actually have. And because the incident that happened is due to the fact that there was a lot of excitement of whether it's from mainstream media or whether it's from, you know, other content creators or wherever the case may be, there was a lot of fuel that kept adding to the fire and stuff like that until a gullible 20-year-old decided to take matter into his own hand because, you know, you gotta take out Hitler or whatever the case may be. So it's up to us as content creator to try to tame the flame or something to that, to be more responsible. But anyway, what do you guys think down below? Once again, I'm your host, The Haitian. So share, like, comment, and subscribe. And I'm out of here, guys. So, peace.
Sak passe? Have you been teaching Abba some Creole? Yes, I have. And vice versa? No, not really. Oh, no, that's not true. A couple of words. Hey, Haitian. Shout out to Haitian OTR. Shout out Haitian OTR. I'll check it out. See what it is. What's up? And what's that about? What's
We
that
take our
about?
next steps into the world.
You must go forth into the world.
It is with passion, courage of conviction,
courage in your conviction.
and most importantly,
have
faith in yourself.
Be true to yourself.
We did it!
I did it.